I wanted to make a short video on this dual burner waste oil furnace that I just completed. Did a lot of research from YouTube, of course. Took a bunch of ideas from a bunch of videos that I've seen and pretty much combined them together to make this unit of my own. It uses the typical stainless steel burner design with the air tube blowing in the top, waste oil dripping through a sight glass cross with a gate valve above it and a storage tank to supply the oil. This is kind of a second revision crossover from my old wood burner that I had here. This heat exchanger that is in the top of this 275-gallon oil tank used to sit contained in a 55-gallon drum. I had it set up as the typical dual barrel wood stove unit. It was connected right here on top of this right here, and had the same blower blowing the air through the back as a heat exchanger. The problem with it was that, one, first of all, I got tired of hunting down wood to burn wood. I got tired of emptying the ash, but more importantly, the heat exchanger is so large until it just exhausts. It transfers so much heat at one time until the fire from the stove below it was impossible to supply it with enough heat to where the heat exchanger continued to put out warm air. So I was looking for something else that gave me more of a consistent output and that I wasn't always having to mess with. With the wood burner, I come in the shop and have to load it with wood, get it burning, continuously loading it, stoking it, doing whatever I got to do. And it just seemed like I was spending more time messing with that than I was actually getting some work done. So this unit kind of morphed from the wood burner, and the heat exchanger is just a 55-gallon drum. Poked a bunch of holes in the top and the bottom, inserted a bunch of half-inch EMT conduit, welded all the ends on both sides, put a blower at the other end. Here's got the typical cross tees with the drip oil coming through. Blower at the back. That's a little small, 35-gallon drum or whatever it was. It hangs on the back to force the air through the heat exchanger. Right now I got this thing turned down because it was just making a ton of heat. So I got it turned down. But it's real easy to light. Burns real well. And the beauty of this unit is that I don't have to continuously mess with it. It's kind of a set it and forget it kind of deal. As long as, I'm here, of course. I don't burn it if I'm not here. I don't even run it if I have to go outside for long period of time. So as long as I'm here in the general vicinity doing some work, when it runs continuously, consistently, doesn't put out any smoke outside, coming out the stack. On this one, I did put flow control valves on the cold air induction side just to be able to have a little bit of control when it comes time to get it started. I toyed around with a few test units, and one of the things that I found is that once I turned the blower on, a lot of times it would, blow your fire out if you didn't have any ability to control how much air you were putting into it. So I found myself with the test units having to switch the blower on and off and use that as a way of reducing the flow of air going into it to get it started. But so this one I decided to put the flow valves, and that's just those 2 PVC valves there. It blows the cold air up into these pipes. And of course the oil drains in through the copper lines, through the center of that 1.5 or 1.25 iron pipe all the way down into the bowls. Burns really well. This is just a blower that I got off of Amazon. It was labeled as a blower for a metal forge, and it works well. It has a damper made into it as well that can open and close. But I just decided to use the PVC up front here. It was just a little bit easier for me. But yeah, that's about it. I mean, it really cranks out the heat. I mean, like right now, I got it turned down, way down, just enough to, keep the fire going. Those bowls in there are hot. I wish I'd have spent the $15 and got a new Pyrex dish, one that was clear, versus buying one from the Goodwill for $5. It's all scratched up, but that's a whole nother story. But so yeah, it puts out good heat right now. It's outside runs about 220 on one side, 203 on the other side. Uh, 175 on the outside of my flue pipe, and about 150 there before it goes up into the stainless steel dual wall pipe. So, and then the output right now is about 290, almost 300 coming out of it. And I mean, it's so hot, you can't leave your hand there too long, or you'll know it. And if I crank it up, the air coming out of that thing will be over 400 degrees when I keep it cranked up. But I got a real big shop. I had to put a partition wall up, put in a drop ceiling, put the drop ceiling back that used to be in here. Right now my ceiling height's probably about 30 feet. Whereas the drop ceiling that was originally here is down at about 12 or 13 feet, so that'll cut it in less than half. So I just wanted to make a quick video on this and show this unit. I'd never seen anybody do a dual burner unit, and I needed the extra output for this large of a space. That's my oil storage container up top there. That's about a 15-gallon drum with the sight glass in it. So I've been running this thing since I finished it, probably a total of about 16 hours or so. And I refilled that tank up there today, and I put probably about 8 gallons in it. That red PEX line is attached to a pump, and I just put oil in a bucket and pump it up there. So yeah, this is the bucket I use. I just use this to pump it up there. I took an old, this is an old oil pump from a Ford engine, 351 Ford engine, or this one may have even been from a big block 460, but any of them will work. And just put a drill on it, turn it counterclockwise, and it just fills the storage tank up. I definitely didn't want to be up there trying to pour oil in the thing. That blue drum there is full of oil. I got to move that out the way and get it away from the heater. But like I said, no issues so far. I mean, even now to touch it, it's you know, it's not nearly hot at all. It's not even really warm. But just to be on the safe side, I am going to move it out the way. And this big green drum is my future storage container. Right now it's empty. And I was setting all this up right here because I didn't plan on putting my heater here, but I changed my mind. So I had to move this empty green drum, move all this stuff out the way. But so yeah, that's about it. Got any questions, put them down in the comments. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. I will be posting more videos to come here. Handy Danny will be the name. So if you like it, check it out. There'll just be a lot of odd and end different projects. I do a lot of different type things. Been a mechanic for years. It's my actual career, but here at my shop, you know, I just do a lot of odd and end things, a lot of specialty type stuff. I don't really do the day-to-day auto repair thing anymore. Did a lot of heavy equipment repairs, semi-truck and diesel work over the years, but right now I just do a lot of specialty service work for a lot of contractors and stuff in my area. So you'll get a chance to see a lot of odd and end fabrication projects, a lot of different things that you know, most people don't commonly get to see. So stay tuned, and there'll be some more videos to come. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.